So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Shannon, the sister of the bride. I also go by Saint Joanna and Janice. First, I would like to extend a anniversary toast to the anniversary couple, my grandma and grandpa. I wanted to casually give the microphone to my grandpa to give a little speech, but I don't think my dad would like that, so we're not going to do that. I did ask my grandpa the other day what the secret was to a long and successful marriage like his, and without missing a beat, in true John Sr. fashion, he just said, always keep your mouth shut. So, there you go. But really, thank you all so much for being here today. I mean, I know some of you have come from so far, and no matter the distance, I know it just means so much to Katie and Bear and my whole family. I mean, it really is such a perfect day. Have you ever seen a more strikingly beautiful bride? And I don't just say that because we look like twins. No, but let's be honest, most of you have probably confused mine and Katie's names at some point in time. I mean, Marguerite did it in the happy hour just now, but it's really all right because there's no one I'd rather be confused with. Katie is just so classy and brilliant and beautiful, inside and out, and, right? And actually, being confused with Katie has always been most advantageous to me because, as a lot of you know or may have heard from my mother, I'm not exactly the queen of great decision-making, so I could always go out and do really stupid stuff, and people would ask me about it later. I'd be like, I don't know, it must have been Katie. But she's so sweet, she never got mad. Just like she didn't get mad that I went all through college giving, you know, her phone number out instead of mine to the weirdos, or that I would sign her up for dating websites as Katie Taco. Or, you know, when I would consistently call her at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday for a ride home from the Z Club, she didn't just show up. She showed up with a Diet Coke, some Advil, and a Mexi Melt from Taco Bell. That's the kind of person she is. Katie has always been such a great role model to me, you know, whether it was excelling in rodeo or school or a relationship. She's always just set the bar so high and really helped me maintain my title as the black sheep of the family, so thanks. No, but really, Katie is so much more than a big sister to me. She's my best friend, my mentor, and the unfailing reminder that sometimes being a sister is even better than being a princess. And from the bottom of my heart, I could not handpick a more perfect person for Katie than Bear. I mean, is Bear not the greatest guy in the world? I always tell people, if you have a problem with Bear, you have a problem with yourself. I mean, he is just the kindest and most generous and clearly the bravest person we have ever met. And even though I've considered you family from the very beginning, it gives me great pleasure to finally call you my brand new very big brother. A lot of people know Bear as a football star, but I just know him as a cowboy and someone who has tremendous family values, just so down to earth, and I honestly couldn't say enough nice things about him. He is just amazing, and I love you. Although I will say, if you ever consider betting Bear that he can't fit in the trunk of a very small BMW, I'm here to tell you that you will lose that bet every time. And if he ever lets Grizzy sleep over with you and you don't let him sleep in your bed, he takes it very personally. Yeah. And he makes you feel like a horrible person. Yeah. I read a quote the other day, you'll like this, that said, if a guy can't handle a girl in sweats, then he doesn't deserve her in a wedding dress. So if that's true, Bear has earned every bit of this, because we all know Katie loves her some sweats and buffet clothes action. I really wanted to get up here and give Bear some like words of relationship advice, but then I remembered that that would be a disaster. Here's what I do know. If you ever mess up, flowers will tell Katie you're sorry, but a double meat burrito bowl from Chipotle will tell her that you've learned your lesson. You know, I've always heard that a successful marriage requires a healthy amount of balance, you know, two people that really complement each other. And I've lived with Katie and Bear, so I can really testify that they have that kind of give and take relationship. You know, for example, Katie loves to boss Bear around, and Bear loves to be bossed around by Katie. And Bear's really good at football, and Katie's really good at Nordstrom. And I don't know if you know this, but Katie can drink a bottle of champagne in 30 minutes by herself, and Bear's a really good babysitter. So no, but really, Katie and Bear make such a happy and fantastic couple. Together and individually, they're just so kind and gracious and wonderful, and they're so deserving of each other. I couldn't be more thrilled for you guys. I can't wait to see what the future holds, and I can't wait to be an aunt to your children, who, God willing, will have Katie's hair and Bear's common sense. So without further ado, I would just like to apologize in advance for anything I might do tonight. I mean, I'm the final Jones daughter, and I'm coming for the frickin' bouquet, all right? So you guys might want to watch out for that. For those of you who haven't been to a Jones party, I highly recommend that you disregard any inhibitions or judgments you may have brought in here tonight, because as you may have figured out, this is not something we're prepared to take lightly. So finally, if you could please raise your glasses and join me in a toast to the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Pasco.